Okay, good afternoon. I am in for the fire signs. Aries, Leo, and Sag in that order. 18 plus, I'm using my sex and love cards. We're going to start out with spirituality and then move into the love, sex, and romance area. So I can get pretty raunchy in there. I don't know. That last few has not been too bad. So just a warning up front. be aware there's nudity and whatnot. So Aries, first card. Dealing with spirituality. What are they going through? We are with the maiden. This is good energy. And if I remember correctly, this was in the Pisces reading and in the infinity room there, I was telling them about flipping the energies between Aries and Pisces a while back. They did it. They come into their compassion. So the Aries are working on the light and fluffy stuff or something outside of them because they're highlighting that rabbit. Oh, man. Hold on here. Something's bringing out their light and fluffy side, okay? Now the rabbit, that's about, how do you say, interludes of a personal nature, right? The action itself. I feel like we may be warming up in an area here that's got a lot more gifts for us than we realize, is the sense that I'm getting. Like we're moving down the road here and we're looking at that bunny, it's giving us fluffy feelings like, bringing our compassion forward is what I'm getting. Next card, the 4 of Earth. That's interesting to me. Now there's a dude here holding up a bridge, or is this the Aries? Now, give me a minute. It is the Aries. We are working hard to keep things together. We are in a situation here that is past the point of falling apart. We're trying to, I'm getting a light and fluffy and a heavy and hard hitting energy here. So there's something about maybe hiding that side of ourselves at this time. We're trying to be light and fluffy with things. Next 20 is desire. It's kind of reminding me of something here. Yeah, give me a moment. I feel like the bunny here that she's looking at is a desire to go in another direction, but I feel like they're rerouted, determined in another one. But the thing here is we are just one step away from having this whole thing crumble. And you know what? There's a glow on his face and they're giving me the impression it's like sweat. Like we've been here too long to hold this. This is kind of really going with the Gemini reading quite highly here. We can't hold things together anymore. Like where there's cracks in the foundation, they're starting to fall apart. Not only that, we're getting weak and tired from holding things up. It seems like now, if this is the bunny and it loops around, there's a desire going outward in a different direction. And I feel this quite highly. And we may not be crossing because she's still on the path, but she's looking at all the distractions outside of her. So it's like the path seems to be what she's trying to keep and hold together. But there's desires outside of that. And this is the crux point, I feel, for some of these Aries are going to be in a position where if we are pretending to be happy in a relationship, it's about to crumble, really. And I wouldn't be surprised if you're with a Gemini, because this is the same energy on the Gemini's reading, but the other side of it. So I feel like this is coupled Gemini and Aries reading. So next, on top of the maiden, we get lust. Yeah, that is the distraction. We are lusting, desiring for someone outside of either a relationship we have, a dating scenario, something that we are trying to pretend that we are stable in, but our foundation is cracking here. So, yeah, the lust is coming through no matter. Now, on the 4 of Earth here, again, the ability for the Aries to try and keep things stable is what they said. What do we have on there? The Warrior. Now, here's the thing. There's a lot of goodness, I must say, from the last reading or a couple readings ago that I had for the Aries here. They were really stepping on the wrong side of the tracks. They have gained some compassion here somewhere. And the warrior, he does fight for what is right and good. Now, where's that going to take us, right? So on top of the desire, oh man, they just can't get away. We get the deceit. So we're pretending to be nice while we just stab someone in the back. Basically, there's something here about pretending to be of the highest good and watching our pros and whatnot. Aries, come on. Work with me here. We are lusting. We may be in a partnership that is going to have a tower moment, basically, is what I'm picking up. We may have the universe coming in to give you guys a heads up here to shake it apart, because there's really a fine piece of thread holding these two together. One of the partners here, and I feel it's the Aries, is really lusting in another direction. And though they are trying to pretend to be in this one, for I don't know, like the warrior, they're being deceitful. Now this could be just a betrayal of their self and their own heart, because they're trying to make themselves go in a direction that they don't like. There's a stability here with the relationship that they have, and there's lust outside of that, and I feel more energy going outside the relationship, but for whatever reason they're wanting to hang on to the one that doesn't suit them, that just will not. And this is the deceit, is they kind of know that. They know they shouldn't be hanging on, but they're going to do it until the bitter end. And it's coming because the universe is doing this to all y'all couples. If you're not in the right spot, man, it don't matter if you do or don't do something here, they're crumbling. The universe is throwing their cards on the table. We want these people in their highest good. Sometimes that doesn't match everybody outside of us, but that's not who we're thinking about. We need to think about ourselves. So on top of the lust, what do we get there? And I did not look at this before the tower. I could just feel it. This is very much in line, in sync with the Gemini reading. So again, Gemini and Aries coupling here. So whatever side you're on, she's going. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh like that, but there's a lot of energy here. It's hard for me not to get excited. And the thing is here, we're just stuffing it in the areas that we should just be flowing into. We're kind of resisting the new energy, and it's like, why do we bother? It's just we're going to end up there anyway, so we might as well go. Well, we're past the point of peace here. So anyway, on the warrior, and that's that side of the Aries, I feel like they're trying to put that best front up in order to do the right thing, but that's all a facade. We get the Ace of Coins now. That is about new directions as well. This is about finances. Now, I feel like this is what it hinges on. I was saying stability, and I'm like, well, if you want the finance, you bring it in, and what do you know? There's an opportunity here. Now, there might be an opportunity outside of this relationship opening up to open the stability for you in a different direction. Okay. Now, yeah, that's what I'm getting. They're making me highly aware of that devil's tail in and amongst all of this. So beware of how much you resist at this time, because there are new opportunities opening up for you where you will get more in the long run out of this new direction. And if you go back, everything's going to get siphoned right off, and you will not. So we really got to think, and it really does follow the heart here, by the way, Aries. May not be used to that, but it does follow the heart. So go in that direction and you'll just be saved, is really the sense. Now on the deceit, where's that coming from? 3 Swords. Yeah, we've been heartbroken by somebody and we want payback. And Aries are good for that, man. They'll just do it. They'll get her done, but not necessarily thinking about the karma that comes back within it. So be careful with that. Just go in your new direction and just leave the rest alone. Again, I'm getting a sense of we've been hurt, so we want to hurt someone else back. And I'll tell you, if you go in this new direction, not only will you not get the opportunity, but you won't even care to go back and do it, because things will be going so good. You just want to keep moving forward. You don't even want to look back. It's all rubble back there. You can't make sense of none of it. Just go forward and keep moving. Okay, now the native spirit, this is very strong. These fires come through very heavy for me. I have to breathe it out. Very strong. as is, right? Because they are kind of the first on the chart and they tread paths. Well, they should be treading a path here. Oh, man. I was waiting on a call here, but I'm going to have to wait later. We have the sacred mountain for this is Machu Picchu, a very sacred place on earth that gives in vibrations and whatnot. Give me a minute here. I'm going to find my glasses. Peace and harmony resides here is what they said. And look how it's on top of the new energy going forward. Peace and harmony. This is what we can get if we choose to drop the daggers, right? So we'll see where they go here this week. This is interesting. A new opportunity coming up, and I wouldn't doubt we get in the love and sex side. There might be something going on here. Sacred mountain. Okay, here it is. So the card meeting, sorry, here I go with my accent or whatever the heck happens here. The card meaning, be still and take time to move into the silent place within yourself. Locate your internal source of power. Meditate and wait. Do not move forward until it feels right. Surrender to stillness and do not take action. If you observe rather than react, you claim your power. Because at this point, I feel what is heavily being driven is the vengeance here. So if we be still and we let this other area open up, this area where the bunnies hop in and bringing out the compassion, all of that will just fade away. It'll just fade away because that new area will open up and that will flood us with different feelings on the other end of the spectrum, right? So the native spirit wants you to know from the vantage point of the sacred mountain, your power grows. In silence, you find your sacred witness. It is the dwelling place of your soul. In peace, seek and discover your truth. Move past the bustle and clatter of life into sweet solitude. If you are in pain, don't lash out. Go into it until you find a source so that it can be healed. And like I find, feel when it can be felt. Resist the temptation to indulge in feelings of stress, urgency, or emergency. Your power is born in silence. The peace gives birth to your serenity. Seek solitude to listen to the voice of your higher self and awaken your inner wisdom. And I feel that very much at this point. I'm empathizing. It's like I'm vibrating. I got to go. I got to do something. They're like, that is never a good place to come from energetically. You never want to come from panic, fear, or anything like that. So you're best to just wait. And that, again, and you'll feel that instinct to move in the right direction more clearly and precisely, right? So the sacred mountain, talking about the peaceful place we want to go. We have to wait a while it opens up to us. We may not be seeing it because we're focusing on all the negatives here. And we got to absorb another tower. There's one more to hit yet is what I'm getting. And it may be through this week or the end of this week or within 2 weeks. There's a lot of energy hitting in the next 2 weeks. I feel like this is the result of the energy that the universe put out is what I'm getting. I'm feeling a pulse, the energy put out, and now we're waiting for results to come down the line. And that means physical things happening on the 3D universe here. Now we're going to go into the love and sex side. Now they told me to change up some of the cards and some of the orders as well. So this will be interesting. Okay, still with Aries here in the sex side. First card, 2 of Cups. What do you know? Love, union, and harmony. So again, there is a distraction here. There's a meeting of minds and a connecting of another soul here that is quite, again, harmonious. So why are we going to focus on the past that blew up in our face when we can focus on something great and lovely in the future? So this is what I'm getting. It's almost like I'm getting the Aries not wanting to jump into there until they fix the vengeance from the past. And they're going, that is a waste of energy. Not only that, it will wreck our future. So we don't want to invest in that. We just don't. So the next card, Sorrow, rejection, isolation, 3 of Swords. So it's very prominent here. We're in it. We're feeling the pain of what happened here. But we're also, it seems like we got an opportunity to deal with a new direction. Or are we going to ruin that as well, right? Next card. Distractions, no desire, 4 Cups. Seems like they're going in the direction where they will not get rewarded for this. Energetically, the veils are so thin. We got vengeance and stuff sitting in our vibrational frequency. We will not attract this. Even if it's fated to come in, it will put it off or bust it apart where the partner has free will to reject it. So we don't want to do this. These are unions we want to come in here. But nonetheless, we have some distractions here of a heartbreak nature that is keeping us from going in a direction of a true love, is what I'm getting. Okay, on the romance cards, we get the 8 of Swords. Now, look at this. Now, unfortunately, this could be a death of a partner. So if that is the case, my condolences. Now, it could also mean the heartbreak is overwhelming to the degree that we cannot even see the partner. And that's the sense that I'm getting here, moreover, because again, this woman on the path, and then she's kind of the distraction, but it's like she's almost not wanting to bend down and pet the bunny. And I feel it's because she's so much in her grief and sorrow about what happened here. Now, just give me a minute. Yeah, okay, let's continue. Now, the next one on the 3 of Swords, again, all that heartbreak. We have the 8 of Wands. Now, 8 of Wands is about a one-night stand. So we may have actually had a one-night stand with someone here. Now, again, check out the Gemini reading. It's just mirroring here. We may be connected to a partner, and we may be stepping out on a partner, and a partner may be stepping out on us. This is the scenario when things like that are going on. There's no foundation there. So we may either be heartbroken because we found out our partner stepped out and now we're heartbroken, or vice versa. It created scenarios here where everybody's just broken. So on the no desire card, what do we get there? Get the 8 of Pentacles. Now, this is interesting because this talks about really the opposite. These two are opposites in the vibe category. We have here is grief, sorrow, all of that. This is happy, belly laughs, da-da-da. Okay, now give me a moment here because, again, there was a sense here of deceit. And I feel like what's going on here is this may be what we're feeling, but this is what we're pretending to feel. I feel like we're trying to fake that we're really happy when we're actually grief-stricken and in huge sorrow energy. Okay. Whew. Okay, so just really trying to hold ourselves in a position that there's no support for. We are truly not happy here, and we are truly not from our heart feeling joy, but we're pretending outside of that to do so for whatever reason. Now, on the sarcophagus here about the deep pain, grief, and sorrow, almost like a death, we have the High Priestess. Now, that is someone who is highly intuitive, and fire signs, Aries, can have the ability to be highly intuitive. They just usually keep it to themselves and use it in a way that kind of bulldozes over others to tread that path in front of everybody. They want to be at the forefront. So now, whipping it around, it's Aries. There is a playful nature that I always get from this, just from that kitten, the way they illustrate that. And the sense here is she's got some tools in her hand, is what they're telling me. We've got some tools, we've got some instinct, and we've got some knowledge here. And we're trying to make the best decisions forward for us. Again, not keeping community in mind, not keeping what's best for all. It's very selfish. So they want me to note that. want me to make sense of that, because that may be part of the process that's causing us all the grief, is because we're not thinking of those outside of us, what the decisions for those outside of us are going to create. Okay. So on the 8, talking about one night stands with people that are connected in some kind of way. It could be you, could your partner. I feel like this is a coupled relationship. People are just stepping out all over. The Emperor, look at this. So there is someone here trying to take charge, may have taken charge in the bedroom. This is, they're going, that is the Aries there looking at this person here that's gone out. So we may have, that may be the heartbreak in itself. We have a partner here that we felt tied to that is now gone out. And usually I don't get this. I feel like that's the partner they were just with, but they're going, no, that's the Aries. And she's waiting for this man to explain to her what is going on here, what's happening. Is the sense. She knows he's gone out, and this may be all the instinctive stuff. She knows he's stepped out on her, but he's waiting. She's waiting for him to come forward to explain this. There's none of that up to this point. But we know instinctively, and we're not speaking from it. We're just, gaining tools and trying to figure out what's going on, is the sense. Now, the Emperor is about taking control. I feel like this is either the partner. Yeah, it's very much, they go very much the partner. Taking control here. Okay. So that's all I get right here. Now, if we go on this card, and that's about faking things to a high degree, pretending to be happier than we truly are, we get the Knight of Cups. Okay, there it is. Knight of Cups is always about an invitation of love coming forward, right? This woman, she's, she's in the water like, oh, who's this? And, he's coming in. He's just not driving through there. He's going to come in and inquire like, who are you? What are you doing? And da-da-da. Now, I feel like this is the husband, the boyfriend, whatever, it's significant other. I feel like he's going, okay, I see something here. It's like we got two people investing in relationships outside of the partnership. This one's waiting on this one for answers. And this guy here is this guy here. He's waiting on her to reveal. He's seeing her in a scenario with, inviting the energy. It's like an invitation we're getting from someone outside of the relationship, and he's waiting on answers there as well, is the sense that I'm getting. Okay, now I got the infinity cards. It's going to blow this all up. Get underneath. Okay, on top of the High Priestess, again, that was the Aries energy. I feel like she knows instinctively. Both of these people know instinctively. He is highly knowledgeable about things in his life as well. I wouldn't say as instinctive as I got proof and paper and things to back me. But this one is more just the intuitive knowledge here. We may not have a lot of, they're going, we got tools to deal. And I feel like the tools that the Aries dealing with is this fakery, this trying to pretend. These are the tools they're using, trying to pretend to be something that they're really not. And it may be because in the Gemini, if I remember correctly, it may be because one of the partners was pretending that they weren't going in another direction. And the sense was, is they're going, but they're pretending they're not. This is what's going on. So it could be you or the partner playing whatever. Yeah, but either way. Okay, wow. I've never had two readings where it's like linked together so tightly. Now, the High Priestess, what infinity card do we get? Okay, peace. We may be looking for peace here, right? Because we have got a lot of sorrow and whatnot. We're looking for peace, serenity and contentment. That's what they're looking for. And here, all we have to do is not go out in vengeance, and we will find it. It will surround us. That's all we have to do. The Aries just not one of those people that's going to step in line. They're going to go out of line and they're going to let everybody know about it. So the feeling here is this might be a little off for you, but nonetheless, now the Emperor, what energy is he holding? We have soulmates. So that's why it's so tightly knit. Now, okay, they're going, we're finding soulmates outside of this partnership, by the way. And I'm like, okay, give me a moment here to They have found a soulmate outside of the relationship, is what they're saying. No longer is this is what has created the war, speaking of peace, that has gone on, is because we found something outside. Now, on top of this, King of Cups, what do we get there? Yeah, the agony. Give me a minute here. So, okay, let me get this straight, because this could go in another, this could go right to the past as well. We started out with distractions and no desire with the Four Cups. They're not flowing, even though they look like it. Yeah, I'm not going to, hold on. Yeah, like the desire's not flowing into that partner. There's no desire to do that, or one or the other feels that. May not have been the Aries, is really the kind of the feel they're giving me. There may be a desire here to go, but it's not coming from, yeah, the Aries. Okay. Anyway, the next card, 8, is about the happy-go-lucky feeling. Now, this could also have been in the past that we had found happiness here, but someone else come into the mix, because this is always about someone new coming in. And if I'm getting a couple, it wouldn't be the first meeting. It could have been White Knight syndrome. Actually, yeah, it could have been. But they're going, no, we had fun in our past, and now somebody's here. Now it's creating agony all around. So again, the number one thing I can say here is just drop your vengeance outward, and you will gain huge by leaps and bounds. But if you choose not to do this, this will not be very far from you. It will just stay clung to you for a high amount of time. We just need to let go of going outward and trying to stab other people in the heart, because we've been stabbed. This is all that stuff. Okay, so next level, sexual stuff. Again, 18 plus, 10 of Cups. That's what we're looking for. We were looking, and we may have thought we had it in this partner. They're going, we knew better. We knew we didn't have it in this partner. And it hurt us to a degree more than we thought it could hurt us. We thought we had power over it. We did not. Now, the Emperor, on top of him, we have soulmates, right? Because that was, that's the situation here. Now, we could be getting introduced to a soulmate here, but be so distracted by a past love that has broke our heart that we give it up. Like we pass it up because we cannot heal from this, because we're too much in our bitter and angriness that we just can't attract the right vibration. Now, 20 is judgment, and that's exactly what it is here. This sexual card, this man is wondering what to do with this woman. Am I going to be mean to her? Am I going to pamper her? Am I going to kick her out? What am I going to do? There's judgment here that needs to be made. And the sense here is there's someone here that still has some control over what it is that we do with our life here. But again, I feel this can be, it seems like the path Aries is on is really tippy-toeing into this man's power point. And the more power he gains, he just will not take it back. The Aries does not know this. They're fighting to get back in. They're wasting their energy. Mind's been made up. But whatever, this is what's happening. So there's a judgment here that needs to be made. It seems like this man needs to make it to her, state it to her, to let her know. She seems to be hanging in limbo here, not getting all the answers, okay? Because we're looking about getting satisfied here in an emotional center, but there's some kind of judgment that's being waited on, or we need in order to move forward, is a sense I'm getting from the Aries. Is very much in this stance. I need an answer from you before, things, whatever. Now, on top of this new energy coming in, and we have agony on top of it. Again, the feeling here is that we got so much agony tied up in the past that we can't see our future. We got the 11 of Pentacles. Now, that is the Page of Pentacles. So that is about someone who comes in. It could be a younger person than we are, and it could also be an opportunity opening. And that's what I get here. I get this is an opportunity we're not looking at as an opportunity. We're looking at it as nobody's going to get the better of me. But if we don't wise up and remove ourselves from our anger, we're not only going to miss the opportunity coming for it, because that is the second pentacles being held like that. Opportunity to gain in a different direction. But if we don't lose our ability to be mad at the past and focus on our future in a good way, it is going to pass us by. And we're just not going to have anything. Like the funnel's running dry, the drains running dry. How do you say that? But anyway, it's running dry here. So the 11 here is about an opportunity. And I feel like, look at her, she's got her eyes closed. She's looking in the direction. So she's going to be aware of the opportunity, but I don't know she's going to invest in it. And it seems like she's waiting on word from another person to give her the go ahead to do it. I don't know. Something here about the past partner. I feel like that's the past partner. We're waiting on word. And it may be just the fact that, are we done here? Okay, then I can go. And then I'll take this opportunity. It may just be that, I don't know. Whew, heavy. Okay, so on the 10 here, and I feel like that's the emotional fulfillment the Aries looking for in the future. What do we get there? We get the Fool, and that is new directions. Now that bodes well, right? Watch out, be careful. But that's about kind of going... well, they said recklessly in new directions, but nonetheless, new directions are the way we got to go. There's lessons here that we had learned in this relationship, or maybe will not settle, right? Because it seems like we're not tapping into the right frequency here to heal. We're just tapping into things that make us more angry. So all of that translates to kind of destruction in our future wherever we choose to go. But nonetheless, right, we have to get in the right frequency as we go forward. Anyway, on top of the Judgment, we have the Moon. Oh, there's so many secrets here and so many things we do not know. I do feel like this man holds secrets from this woman, but she is doing the same. And I feel like it's a tit for tat thing. I think we're just trying to gain upper hand. And I'll tell you, this man is not going to come forward with anything until this woman comes forward to ask. Yeah, it's really kind of a stalemate, I feel. And unfortunately, that stalemate is causing both of them to have problems in their future relationships. Okay. Now, the Moon, that is about the secrets. That's about things that are hidden. Again, things will come to the surface over time. As we move into our new way, it'll come to the surface. It's just going to be a lot more combustible. If we would have healed and opened up with our partner, I feel like we kind of got two people here in a relationship that are both stepping out on the relationship. So there's no foundations, no loyalty, no truth, nothing. And both of them are keeping secrets from each other. And the thing is, if we go in a new direction, all those secrets will come to the surface. And it's just, again, it'll be passé. We just won't deal with it anymore because it'll be like a relief to get out of there for both parties. So the 12, the 11 of coins. That's weird. I wanted to say 12. 2 and 1 is 3. Anyway, 11 of Pentacles there. The Page. He is, he may be another lover. He may be an opportunity within a lover. He may be everything to get out of this relationship. And the sense is that the offer's there, but I'm not sure that the Aries is going to pick up on the offer. Oh, look at this again. Page of Pentacles, when they double up, man, that's heavy. So there may be a job opportunity through a partner that's coming at us. An ability to gain knowledge here. Now look at her passively looking over here, but the secrets, there's secrets in between. There's something this woman is holding on to. I'm getting a feminine here. Aries. Something this woman's holding on to that is really going to block her progress in the future. And I don't know that it has something to do with the partnership and things that we learn in the partnership, but just it's a stubbornness to give it up, and it just is going to create havoc in their future, to the degree that it doesn't matter where we go, we're going to get a shut door. But there are opportunities, and again, they're giving me a high sense. We do see them, but we're going, we don't need that. And again, not thinking smartly about our future. We're thinking everything's like we got things cased, and they're going, this is not so, because first of all, for your highest good, you're not supposed to be going, how's it? The way that you're going. We got to get you going in a different direction. And they're going, there's a tower coming to reroute you. But up until that tower hits, I think there's a false sense of security here that the Aries is carrying. So beware of that, because there's opportunities to rise that are in and amongst that chaos. But if we miss it, it's gone. So it's almost like if we don't shape up, we're going to be shipped out, is what I'm getting. Okay, next card. Peacock talks of prosperity. So yeah, and what do you know? Like, to me, the peacock is always, when they give it, it's ego. And this is what we're trying to protect quite highly. I think this is why we got an ego here. It's high and mighty, and beware, because the universe don't support egos that are too high, too mighty. We need to balance these things. So that's coming down the pipe here. I feel like the Aries is going to take a hit in the pride ego direction here. They're not going to see it coming, and they may not see the opportunities to gain outside of that, to bring them back, and that will create a looping energy. So they got to be careful. Again, mental mindscapes here, we got to keep it clean, people. This is a new world, not our only things outside of us changing, but energetically, frequency, things are they are way, I'm saying out of whack, but way out of whack for what we're used to. We have to keep our mind clean in order to get our purpose and life path clean. If we have a negative mindset and all we do is think about negative things, shoot out negative stuff, chaos make, the life's not going to go well. It's just going to go down the drain. So we got to be careful now. 9 and 3 is 12. Now that's interesting, because I was saying 12. There's something about 12 here. It may be the 12th month. It may be something significant about the number 12. I couldn't not stop it from coming out. It was just out there. 2 and 1 is 3. And 3 to me means universal force. So this may be your worst enemy. You may be on the devil's side dealing with the universal energy. And I'll tell you, the devil don't win. So this is what we got to think. We got to really spin a 360 here in order to save ourselves. And I don't think the pride or ego of the Aries will let them do that. So beware. There's warnings here, heavy. And again, watch the Gemini reading, because highly tuned with this. You're probably with a Gemini. And this is this scenario that's trying to work itself out. These two people are supposed to be in different relationships. Someone's fighting it. Someone's lying about it. Both of yous are not loyal. So you just need to leave. Both of you just need to leave. That's it. So that is that. That's Aries. Wow, man. Packs a punch. Fire. Light me up. I'm done. Okay. Aries. Leo. 3855. Here we go, Leo. Let's turn it on. Okay. 6 of Earth. Strong and powerful, man. Are we doing repeat after repeat? I remember this energy that's working real hard for what we earn. We are feeling chained to the rhythm here. I've got my song for the infinity room. We are feeling absolutely chained to that hamster wheel. We're making money and we're gaining fruit, but are we happy? Not so much. Do we know what we want to do? Yep, we got the keys and we got the lock. It's all good, but we're just not looking at it. We're looking forward. We're going to put our energy into those things that do not satisfy so we can make the coin. This is what we're coming from, Leo. Next card, spiritual. The mother. Okay, so we may be a mother figure, dealing with a mother figure at this time. Yeah, look at her all in white. The turtles is speaking to me about um the ability to come into oneself, right? The mother, she's actualized, she's created a system. She is a full system, she's creating another system, and the turtle is saying we're just having a hard time jumping into that system here. We are chained to that what do you call that, rat race, okay? And we may not be thinking about what it is there to please us and make us happy in a job front. We just figure that the job should be mundane, or we're used to the idea that we know what we're doing and we don't enjoy it, but that's the way it goes. And they're going, nope. And you're never too old, you're never too whatever to change your direction if you know what it is. And the sense they're giving me is we're starting to realize where it sits, and it ain't what we're dealing with. Maybe I'm getting a sense here of animals. Like, it may be that we're working in an office and we may want to work with animals or something, or flip gears, like completely from being inside to going outside in nature and being completely, that would make me happy. That would enlighten me. They're going, okay, what's stopping you from doing this? Well, I'm too old. I'm close to retirement. And why is that a block? This kind of thing, I'm getting that. We're motherly energy. We just feel like we've been through our life here. We do what needs to be done, not what we want. And they're going, well, we can have it the other way, where we do something we want in a different direction, and it makes us happy, it fulfills us. But there's a slow moving energy about getting in this direction, because it's like, again, I'm getting the sense I'm too old for this to change. I don't want to change. And they're going, the whole universe is changing. You might as well step on board and get in the right frequency. You don't want to be in the wrong frequency once everything gets started back up again, is what I'm getting. So, next card. Woo, union. This is interesting. I was going to say they kind of look like a couple, but they're going, no, that's their energy. Leo's energy is very much in bull format, but not happy bull. We're kind of banging our head against the wall bull. The mother. Yeah, internally, she knows what contentment is. We just may not be conscious enough to think that we should shift there. We may go, oh, yeah, that makes me happy, but we're not putting two and two together. Quit your day job, da da da, that kind of thing. Yeah. Now, union, this brings us to a whole other level. Now, this could be in a lot of different areas. We'll see when the love cards come out, but we could be talking about soulmates in a romantic nature. We could also be talking about union with the perfect job or life purpose. I feel that greatly. They're showing me the animals again. It's like something we want to work with animals, and we may have had an office job or something that kept us indoors, and it's just not, we may be making a lot of coin, but it's not satisfying. And they're going, again, changes in the air, so this is the best time for it to take root. Universe is highly guiding them as well, wanting them to transform. Their energy is stagnant and stale. They do not, you do not want the towers to start to fall, is what they're saying. And they're going, another warning. Change your career. Zhush it up. Get in a place where you want to be, that makes your life soar. Something that makes you happy. This is what you need to look for. Now, I'm going to leave it at that, and then we'll go back to that union energy if they start giving me things like partnerships. Now, to expand on the fruitfulness, like we're making the money and we're working hard for it and we're chained to it, but it just is not fulfilling. We have invisible. Yeah, well, on top of that, we may feel invisible at our work. We may feel like there's no purpose here. Like, do I really belong here? Do they even notice I'm here? Did they take what's the word? Did they take stock of what I'm doing? I feel like I come and go and nobody notices. This is the sense, the Leo. And I mean, that don't fulfill. They like to be noticed. They like to be seen when they come in a room, and if they're kind of just walking in, walking out, nobody's noticing. There's no frequency here to play with. So there's no room for expansion. There's no room for nothing. It's just stale. So I feel like the Leos are picking up on this, and they, again, it kind of know what to do, but are not doing it. Now, on top of the mother energy, what do we get there? Listening. And it says here, I can't see it. I thought I could read it, but I always get locked up on this card. I'm not a good listener, I guess. It says, darkness does not always equal evil, and light does not always mean good, bring good. And it's talking about listening. Give me a minute here. They're making me really aware of the moon there. Now, when we're talking about moon energy, that is highly, I feel feminine energy. We may either be a feminine that is in a feminine line of work, and it's very limiting for us, or we may be a feminine in a male-oriented line of work, and it is very limiting for us. We just want to stretch our wings, want to get out, and I'm feeling more pulled towards the male. Like we may have a lot more males in our industry where we work than females, is what I'm getting. And the listening too, they have to listen to their instinct because they know exactly. And all they have to do is put 5 minutes of effort in, and all those great ideas that Leo can come up with just start shooting out in that direction. They just have to sit long enough to let it sink in. Yeah, there's a sense here, just direction with our career, our life, what makes us happy, that wants to open up, and Leo's not sitting long enough to let it sink in. No. Union, we talk about beauty. Okay, yep. They're going. Our attractiveness matters. Okay, give me a minute here. Some of you may be feeling that quite highly. Now, some of you may be looking for a partner long term. Maybe we're in a relationship where we're lightly dating, so it's not serious, and we know this, but we're doing things about how others perceive us in order to gain the one for the long term, the long haul. We're changing things up, cutting our hair, dyeing our hair, changing the style altogether, or working with our wardrobe. We're trying to get fluffed up so that others notice us, right? Because we're feeling invisible at work, and it's like it's transferring everywhere. So they're feeling like they got to really put some effort in here. And the Leo's gonna, comb that mane and start walking and see who notices. So this is part of that fluffing, and I feel like this is a lighter energy, but again, unions are happening all over the place at this time. It's like the world is at its darkest point, and love is going to prevail. And the thing is, you can't shoot love at hate, but you can just get it blossoming all around you, and you have no choice but to be overwhelmed by it. That's the beauty, right? And Leo is one of those. They're getting ready, they're fluffing their mane, and they're waiting. They're going to wait for that partner to come in. I feel it might be down the road a bit, but they're okay with that because they already know they got things they got to get in gear. And one of them is a career, and the other is they want to lionize their looks until they're just, stunning, right? Have them dropping from, what do you call that? From shock of beauty. Okay, this is what I'm getting. So on top of the invisible card here, we get into the chakra cards. Princess of Wands. Princess of Wands is highly intuitive. She's very adventurous. She likes to go out and move and shake. Excuse me. She's also a messenger of exciting news. So these Leos are at a point here where, because the deer's going, did someone say something? Yeah. Passion. They're going, that is it. We just have to focus on, and again, animals. I'm seeing it probably, but they're making me highly aware of the animals. There's something here in an animal, like a veterinarian or like a horse trainer or a stable person or somebody that's taking on animals and for the better good. And this is in their heart. It's in there. And not only they have training or they may have had horses when they were younger or whatnot, but it's just, it feeds them, it enlivens them. And they've been in the office so long that, it's almost like it's starting to filter back in and they're going, I miss this. And it's like, well, then go and do it. You miss it so much, drop everything and run, because that's where the universe wants you to be. That's where your heart wants to be. And if it makes it sing, all the better to attract union with, because we are not at the right frequency. We need to change. And they are changing, because Leo's not going to let anything slip by them. But yeah, career is huge, or at least something that occupies our time here with animals. Okay. Good. Okay. On top of listening, we have the King of Cups. That is the emotionally intelligent male. Now he is looking at that cup, and the sense that I'm getting here is that we are waiting for someone to feel emotions for us. And we are also going to look for a perfect partner outside. I feel like this is void. I feel like this is in the manifestation period. I feel like the Leo has to get in their groove. They have to get their, what do you call that? Their mojo back. They have to get in that zone. And then the King of Cups will appear. He is in vibratory, how do you say that? Training himself. I'm not getting his frequency, because she has to hit, it's almost like she has to hit that frequency first, because the more she gets in there, the more she makes a well-rounded decision about what she wants in the future, more geared towards in the partner in that way. That's the sense they're giving me. So for that's the opportunity. It's in the air. It's just, it may take a while to manifest, because both people are going to be working separately, but they got to hit that vibration. Okay, next. And again, making you happy vibration, doing a job you love vibration. This is what I'm talking about. Beauty. What do we get there? We get the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. So the Wheel of Fortune's about fate. And look at her with all her tools. She's got every single tool in the box here. So it seems like the Leo's gonna be that victor with their own energy, which is good. They're naturally going to flow there. They're naturally going to do what they need to do. And whether they're intuitively got it or not, it's going to happen. Now, that's a good thing. It's all, there's no resistance is what they're saying to this new way forward. And we have a union with someone highly fated in the future. So the native spirit card, Grandfather Sky. Nice. I'm going to read that. Yeah, I'm noticing right away that star and the moon and the star, right? Okay, here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, Grandfather Sky. That's pretty stuff there. Pull that in. Okay. So this card means that this is your time to reach for the sky. Yeah, like don't limit yourself. Expansive energy, vitality, health, healing, and passion. These qualities are expanding in life. The sky's the limit. You are a healer and a channel for the life force of the universe. Your ability to sense energy fields is increasing dramatically. Be prepared to soar to new heights. That's above and beyond what I was getting. So that's good. Because, and two, I feel, with the animal thing, they don't even exert any energy. It just flows. And they may be highly instinctive with animals or training of animals. And it's highly healing for the animals as well as the human being that's doing it, the Leo. This kind of thing, I'm getting that highly. So animals may be your thing here. Native spirit really wants you to know. I stuck that really in there. Again, I can't stop saying stuff. They just spit it out. When you receive the card, you're entering into an expansive cycle. Do not hold back and repress what you feel. Your body and your spirit will become drained. If you strive to meet everyone's expectations but forget to honor your own needs, your field becomes dull. If you allow your emotions and needs, if you allow your emotions and needs the freedom to be spontaneously expressed, waves of incredible energy will expand inside of you. Running on your own resources, it's easy to become drained. However, letting the divine light of the Creator flow through you easily replenishes your soul. Now, they're asking me to, because in this book they have activities for you to do. They're asking me to tell you this. They may not do it, but they need to listen to it. To deepen your connection to Grandfather Sky and bring an expansive energy in your life, stand outdoors with your arms reaching up to the sky. One of the fastest ways to bring joy and bounty into your life is through gratitude. Allow thankfulness to surge through you and up into the heavens. The end. Yeah, wow. That's really easy. And I've done, I was gonna say shit like that. Just sometimes it just whoosh. You get stuff you don't expect. So give it a shot. If you're Leo or not a Leo, like if you're cross watching for someone else, try this shit out. It works. It's very empowering. The least you can do is you spend 5 seconds looking at the sky, talking to the sky. Big deal. I do it every day. So this is where the Leo is sitting. We're going to go in the love and romance side and see if that picks anything else up. Okay. First card for the Leo on the love and sex. We have the devil. What do you know? This devil card, and they did tell me to get a certain deck for this. Like, I don't know if it's my perception. I think it is my perception. And again, I get the energy that they give me. Here, I feel somewhat symbiotic with all the thing. And here, I don't. I feel like everybody's kind of all over in different stages. But here, I get some kind of it makes me feel calmer to look at this than this. Is kind of like chaos. But people are still, between the chaos, the positive and negative, they're still in that bubble. They can't reach out. And that's what I feel like they're really emphasizing here for the Leo, is that we are still in a bubble and we need to come out to here, less lightning strike. We need to come out there to find our true calling, those things that make us happy. It's outside of that bubble, outside of that box that we're in. We put ourselves in a box, and I feel like that's the devil. With just the daily grind, that's the devil. Okay, next. Knight of Pentacles, prosperity, patience, and deep connection. So this Knight of Pentacles walking forward to make deep connections. And yeah, see, that's the thing. I feel like this is the Leo energy. They're looking for deeper connections. They're looking for prosperity outside of themselves in a better, deeper, truer kind of way. Okay, next. Queen of Cups, pleasure seeking and compassion. Yeah. And they're going to go and find it there. Like, this is kind of the logical pleasure seeker, and this is like the emotional pleasure seeker. So on a lot of levels, we want to open up here and expand is really what I'm getting. We get a feminine and a masculine energy. So we may be quite balanced in our masculine and feminine side. That's what I'm getting. Or we're trying to, I feel if we're imbalanced, it's having to do with this energy, this masculine energy. Either we're taking on too much masculine, we got to soften up at the end of the road here. We got to bring our compassion in, because Leos can be quite brash and harsh. So the compassion could be upped a bit, is a sense. Well, okay. Next row here on the romance side, we got the King of Wands. Now, this is on top of the devil energy. You want to keep that in mind. The King of Wands, he is on his throne there. He seems quite removed. And the sense they're given is that this might be a relationship, or the way we are in a relationship, or the way the partner is to us in a relationship. Feeling quite removed, da-da-da. Now, if I take a guess, I would gamble that the Leo themselves are the ones that are taking a back seat here. They're looking, because they're searching, they're going, like they want to find something better. So we may be in a relationship here that the light is trying to go out on, is the sense I get, okay? Now, on top of this masculine energy about prosperity and deep connections, we have the Ace of Swords. That's about cutting truths that need to be spoken, heard, said, and shared. They're going shared. Because it may be something we need to tell the partner. Again, this passivity I feel is we know it's there, the partner knows it's there, but are we going to make a decision to? It's kind of these people that are in a nothing's going nowhere zone, and nobody wants to sit up and have the conversation. Either that, or we have done this, and now we're starting to look outward. And the sense they're giving me is some will be in that and some won't. But for the majority, I think they have laid a law down here or said a truth to a partner that they're just no longer comfortable with. Okay. Now, on top of the emotional center here, we have 5, the Hierophant. Now, that's interesting because he denotes marriage. So we may have a marriage here where we had some truths strewn out. And again, they always make me aware of that white flower. There's a purity here in one or both of these people. And I feel like the Leo, give me a minute. I think the Leo realizes they may have married someone here. There wasn't enough heart involved from the beginning. And it drained quite quickly, and we stayed quite extensively after that point. So they've kind of just had it. They understand the road is over, but the other person, kind of like the sense they're giving me is like kind of like we strung them along a little longer. They're going way longer. We shouldn't have even been there really if we searched our soul. But right, we're going to go and make new decisions in the future for something better for us in that way. So again, we might have a marriage that's in some reality here of separating or introduction to such. I feel it's a very early stages, but nonetheless, there's a truth that come here, like I'm not happy anymore. Somebody may just laid that down. It may have been the partner of the Leo as well. It could be either way, but they laid it down, and now we got to decide what we're going to do with that, right? So if it's a marriage, where are we going to go? So second level, sex cards, we have the Strength card on top of this. Yeah, they're going, our strength is removing ourselves from the relationship. We feel very strongly about this. We are not wanting to be in it a minute longer. We realize there's a process here. And I feel it is the Leo. I feel like the Leo is the one that's kind of taken a back seat and going, yeah. And they may have come and confronted, and that's a good thing, I think, confronted the partner, because I think the partner was somewhat in delusion, but they're going, yeah, it's not great and wonderful for me over here. So we might as well not be like, they don't want to force someone to be with someone they don't want to be with. They're seeing it for its worth. So again, it's cutting, but it's the truth. Now, on top of that, we get the King of Pentacles. Now, this is about forceful behavior. So this is interesting because this usually brings me to the energy of either someone that in the bedroom was overbearing in the bedroom, or we took offense to things in the bedroom highly from this person. Something like that happened here, or we were forcing the other, I don't know, something to do with over-aggression in the bedroom. Okay, now, again, it's just another level here that we didn't agree upon. On the 5, the Hierophant, we get, the Knight of Swords. Okay, when I get these two guys together, it's just there's too much dominance in the bedroom, and that is about, well, you see what it's about there, control. Somebody wanted control in the bedroom. Now, this could go two ways, but the sense I'm getting is, give me a minute. I want to make sure I don't get this wrong. We may have had someone here wanting to either amplify the pleasure in the bedroom, just know it's not a match here, and not gaining any headway with that, wanting to go off in a different direction. It's kind of the crux point where they decided, because they couldn't, maybe forcing things in the bedroom and they couldn't make headway. So it's like, okay, I think we're done here, because it's just on all levels. There's more levels than just the physical, and I'm not getting along. So yada, yada, out I go. And the sense here too could be that it's just overly Like the act itself, it's just not something we're enjoying because we're not enjoying the partner. So it's all going downhill. We want a new direction here, and somebody wants a new direction to explore different things. Is really what I'm getting now. The infinity cards on these. On the strength card, we have danger. Yeah, our strength is this talks about crisis. Our strength is removing ourselves from, and I think we've been in removal. Love removal machine here has been in. I'm gonna bring my music back. The love remover machine has been involved here, and there's a danger because that creates the crisis that is needed here for these people to realize that it's not right. Again, there's been truths being told here. Now, on the King of Pentacles, and it may have been, like I don't like you being the way you are in the bedroom. Now, interestingly enough, we have the Pace card on top of that King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles is about being forceful. Pace, we don't like the pace. And yeah, that's very clear. We may not have any buildup. We may not have any romanticism. We just hit it and quit it. This is not going down good for the Leo on their side. They don't like that. So the pace here has never been correct. Has never been built up. We're not romancing, whining, dining. We're not doing none of that. And this has just had its day. Leo is a Leo, man. They get kings, queens, right? They got crowns. They don't need this stuff. They need more, better, bigger, stronger. So, but not to overpower, to go in the direction of being treasured for that. And that's really, I think, where the Leo is. They're wanting to be treasured and they're just not feeling it. I feel like the pace card comes in. It's just like hit it and quit it. And I don't care if you're in a relationship or out of it, like how you say one night stand stuff. It's just not good energy to come from hitting and quitting. No. So this is, kind of insight there as to why. So if you're a crosser, there it is. Okay, now, Knight of Swords, sorry. On and off. Okay, so we may have some singles here, or, this is kind of the backdrop as the Leos, we may have something here that's an on and off relationship. Or maybe they do try, once every 5 years, they try to kind of pull off a romantic evening and it doesn't kind of go through very good. Or it warms it up and then they quit it, like that kind of thing. I'm getting like, we're just not investing in the relationship romantically. No, it's duty. Yes. This is what I'm getting. They're feeling very much like it's a duty, a chore. This is not what, that is for. You're supposed to be want to be there. You don't want to have to, that kind of thing. So I think the on and off can be whether you're in a coupled relationship or not. It's diving into it, and then it's not consistent. It's what I'm getting. It's not consistent either way. So on the strength card, again, talking about the danger zone here, our strength is removing and is creating a crisis. What do we get there? The nine of wands. This is this woman is tying up her shirt. She's a harlot and she's been working. It's working the beat. And she had a gentleman. Well, it wasn't so gentle, was he? Took all her clothes off, so she's out in the courtyard stitching up behind those 7 of wands or 9 of wands. And there's a man taking note of her and wondering whether he should go down there and take advantage of her or he should go down there and help her. So there's a sense here of this. We may have somebody in our midst here. And if we're single and kind of dating, because I'm getting this is a problem area for that. If we're single and kind of dating, we have someone here that's really kind of taking advantage of us. It's not a pridely thing that we should or could let this go. It's like we are better than that in a kind of way here. They are not doing what they need to do to bring about, these things. It's like hit it and quit it. So it could be, what do they call that? I'm trying to be, what do they call that? It's been a while for me. The friends with benefits. Thank you. Jeez. Oh, that kind of thing. It's a friends with benefits thing, and they're getting all the benefit, but the Leo's getting kind of none of the good stuff. Oh, I think my ice maker's locking up there. Anyway, the King of Pentacles, okay, the pace in the bedrooms, it's off. It needs to be corrected, and this is really what's turning the Leo off. They're not wanting to deal with that anymore. They know they deserve better. Someone who's willing to try. Again, the Ace of Swords. So that's the news. I think the Leo's going to come in there and go, I don't feel you're trying hard enough in this direction, right? And off she prances in a different direction, or he. It's really the sense I'm getting here. Now the sword is down here. Almost looks like it's in the earth. So we could not be talking. We could just be going in a new direction and chatting up other people, that have more potential for this. So on and off energy again. I feel like we're trying to indulge here some way, somehow, a new way of being in the bedroom, but it just, again, it just is on and on. It's not consistent, and I don't know, just not a lot of cohesiveness here with this couple. And then on top of that, we get the Nine of Swords. Now, Nine of Swords is always about, that is the maid. She is making out with Casanova. He is investing in her, but she has a lot more love and affection for him than he has for her. So he's taking her quite lightly. Again, taking advantage of the situation whenever he can, because he knows she's not going to say no, this kind of thing. So I'm getting an essence of that. Here is the scenario, and these are the turning points we're at. Okay, so to clarify our last line here, 9, again, about somebody can either take advantage of us or they can step up and help us. So we got to decide which they are. We have the wheel on there. So I think the universe is going to show you a few cards here. The wheel is about, and the sense they're giving me here is that we may have had this person in our life in order for us to see that clearly in the future, that we've either been taking advantage of or whatever, not for true love kind of thing. It's just someone who's taking an opportunist, right? Taking advantage of the situation. So this is here to teach you that lesson. This person is here, if you're wondering, because they're going, yeah, they're wondering why does this keep coming back? And they're going, well, because we want you to learn the lesson. And if you keep accepting it back, we're just not going to get any better. So we're going to stay at that frequency. Now, the Ace of Swords. On top of that, we get the Four of Wands. Now, this is interesting to me because the Ace of Swords is about, if it's down, I'm thinking we're not discussing. But what did I say? We may be talking to others. Four of Wands. This may be someone we were in talks about marrying. This would make sense with that question. Why is this happening? If you guys are running down the marriage, what do you call that? Archway. Yeah. So we may have either given too much credit to this, or it could be one of those starter things, right? We're in a situation here where we're ready to get married, or may have, be engaged already, or getting ready to walk down the aisle, but there's things going on here that are not. Now, if there's no see when they go to point the sword in the soil, it's like, no, we're not communicating with the partner, but we're going to seek outward help. We need to communicate with the partner. I feel like some truth has been laid here. I don't know if it's, I'm going to pull this last card here on top. Again, somebody's got more feelings than another partner. The Hermit. We got to shine the light on what? On the celebration of being together. Why? Because this is fated to understand. Now, I feel like we could go either way with this, but communication is the key. If we do not communicate with our partner and we go outside, we'll end up busting things around. To a degree, we could damage things quite highly. But if we go to our partner and we look into these things, we can make progress. So it's communication issue is what they're giving me. So the animal card here, man, we have the bull talking about a sacrifice. Now it's interesting to me, they're playing with this all the way. Like something's going to go. And then all of a sudden, boop, we're talking about almost marriage here. or someone that we look to for marriage or engagement. I feel like it's not past engagement, but it's someone that in our mind we're going to be married in the future. And it's fated that we realize what we can do here. So there's a sense of needing that to unfold. We got to communicate with this partner. If we don't communicate, something's going to happen here. And we got to stand up for what we feel, right? Or sacrifice. Well, or we have to sacrifice something because it just does not fit. And that's really what they're giving me. Is things here don't fit, and we're trying to go, it's almost like we may be going down the road furthering that engagement, but it's not for our highest good. Okay, so boom, there's the Leo. So hopefully that helped people. Now Sagittarius, last but not least, fire. First card on the spiritual side, 6 of Cups. Now we're talking. Okay. She is offering her heart, if you can see it there. I'll give you a close up. There's a chain with a heart on it. She's offering her heart outward. 6 of Cups. She's got a lot of love and compassion in her. Look at all the stuff sparkling from her chest. She is going out in true compassion, true heart, going forward. I feel like she's going to get highly rewarded for this. Highly. We may have come through or had a breakthrough or come through a real block in our life, and suddenly we're glowing, from the outside. Next card, 2 of Earth. Yeah, look at this. There is an eruption here. Now they're eggs. They're going, yes, like they're showing them crack open with little chicks in them and activity. And they're going, the birth of new activity in our life. What kind? Loving kind. This has never happened before. We are gonna open new worlds with the love that we are going outward with. So I feel like if they are not on the process of working up that energy of the heart chakra, they are, no, I'm feeling it. They are. They are. It's not if they are. They are, and they're going to get highly rewarded by it. And there's going to be a lot of activity in their life for the next while having to do directly with this. Now, they're going, notice the green here. That is truly about healing and the birth of new ideas in new ways from our heart. We've been using our heart in all the wrong ways, all the wrong directions, not serving us. Now we're going to learn how it's done. Next card, the 5 of Air. Wow, this is pretty interesting because we got air, earth, and water. It's kind of a real balanced flow of what I'm feeling. Now, very highly I'm getting, yeah. This is interesting to me. Very highly the black and white, right? The contrast, high contrast in this card. Is a 5 of Air, so it's about our thoughts, so much so that we have to cover up our eyes. We need you to think clearly. Now, we may not be seeing clearly, but we are trying to remove a mask. So the Sagittarians may have removed a mask in the heart center, and it has grounded them right the F out. And what they were saying to me there when I stopped talking is they're go, look, the stripes. They've earned stripes here on their wings. They are... Oh man. Okay, and the butterflies are the spirit guides. The flowers are those sorry, not the flowers, the feathers filter all the energy so that it stays, the good stays. But there's a lot of stuff going on here. We may be in our ego, or we may be in some kind of a false pretense in our personality, or how we deal with people, or how we've dealt with family, these kinds of things. We may have a false sense of who we are. We are trying to remove that and become more authentically who we are from the core. Like, what is it that I want? What do I feel passionate about? What? This is where the Sagittarians are going. Finally, they said. Now, because of this is a whole new world that's opening up. We are still blind to things in the future, but we're looking forward no less. We're just kind of We're in limbo right now. Just the heart chakra's just opened right up, and new things are going to be coming our way. Like they're juggling those eggs, like catch, catch, Sag, catch. And they're just opportunities are going to come flying at you. So they have definitely conquered something here in some kind of way. And again, earn their stripes. Yeah. Okay, so 6 on top of the heart that she's given outward there. What do you know? The high priestess of water. We're staying right in that element, and I feel very balanced with all of this stuff. The moon. They're showing me that moon. They're going, though we know that is paint, there's a gem that is going to energize that moon within them. Now, the moon is about the feminine power that is carried within the body. So whether you're feminine or masculine, what they're saying is we're energizing the feminine. And what does the feminine carry? Nothing but compassion and heart and kindness and goodness and all of that. So this is all getting amped up to the highest degree. And and they go, don't nobody mess with me while I'm going through this, because I'll just see right through it, especially on the emotional front. I'm just going to see right through it. So don't mess with me. While, like, because I feel like this person has been played with emotionally, is a sense I'm getting. And while they're evolving to the next state, they're going to see right through these people that are trying to come at them in the future. Okay. But while they're healing, I feel like they are protected enough to, they're gonna get healing. And they're gonna be protected while they heal. And then after, go ahead. Now see with your new eyes what's going on. Okay. So on the 2, again, catch, Sag, catch, because we're throwing opportunities your way, and they're grounded in reality, and they're going to get you forward. And what do you know? If you feel stagnant, guess what? That's over. Next card is about success. Yeah, everything that comes your way has a successful outcome. We will not have anything that comes after we are healed, by the way. That will not be an opportunity to move you forward. This is really good. So I feel like the Sag may have been like under a tight wrap here of darkness, and it's now been lifted, completely gone. So whether you went and got a healing or you went and got some kind of clearing, there is no longer are we going to be in the universe that we were in before. Now on the 5, again, removing mask here, earning our stripes through our emotional center. We're earning our stripes and wings. Turning to the light side is really what I get. We have 41, belonging, the house of night. So we may have had a lot of experience with this, and we may be still dabbling in it nonetheless. Now, I feel the need to go to the books on this. Where is it? You got to guide me to the book if you're going to tell me to read. Hold on here. I think it's covered up. Yeah. Yeah, these are heavy duty. Sorry. This is, yeah, someone, yeah, they were under, like, I don't know, Dark Night of Soul, sure. Heavy darkness energy, sure, that they couldn't get out of, sure. This is what it was. Now, 41. Again, this has been lifted. If we don't know how it's been lifted, we are realizing that something's different. That's for sure. So this is about belonging. Again, we may have in the past not felt like we belong anywhere. That is going to shift as well. We're going to feel very grounded in the direction. Now, again, this matches, right? There's, look, same graphic. Yeah. Yeah. King of the castle, because they're going, oh, we could be, that's feminine power, but we could be our king of our castle. But how do we do it? We got to get into our emotional center. Okay, here we go. It says, dear one, I know you have been searching your whole life for a sense of belonging, a feeling of home and acceptance. Come and enter the house of night, for when you choose this symbol, you have joined in the community of beauty, friendship, and secrets, only shared and known among my chosen ones, and you are chosen to belong. This is a symbol that also tells you that you are in the right place now. You are home. Be at home inside yourself. Learn to be comfortable in your own skin. And when you choose this symbol, know that the goddess of night has chosen you. Now, interestingly enough, right, we talk about the darkness and the night and whatever. Now, this is what I'm actually in the process of doing is you cannot just shut that light off, or you cannot just, close that door and not look at it, because it will overpower you. It will. So you have to dive in there and open yourself to it so you don't succumb to it or you don't get taken over by it. So in a sense, you have to balance that. And I feel like the Sag here may have been in there too much. We may have dipped into the dark side and realized that we're not of light anymore. Or maybe not realized it, but something lifted here. And we are now in realization that we can gain success out of that energy. So to realize that the power that it had upon them, I think is really, I think that's what the Sag is really going through here. There's a power that they were pulled into, if I can put it that way, that had their shackles, all of them, all four of them were locked down, but they didn't realize they were locked in it. So until something here happened pivotal that took them out of that, and now they see, now they can gain power over that dark night of the soul, as they call it, or the darkness that they were in for so long that they didn't even realize they were in. Okay, next. High Priestess of Water, that's about dipping into the emotional center. These Sagittarians are going to have to do this. It's not comfortable for them to do that, but they're going, we do need some healing here over this time. And as the darkness lifts more and more, I feel like the Sag will be more comfortable in dipping into that emotional center. They will gain more power in that way. Now, the card I get here, Six of Cups, again, staying in that element, which makes me feel like the Sag knows exactly what's going on. Everything's compartmentalized here. We know Six of Cups is very much about past energy. And I feel like that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with past. Now, overviewing, because this one is very neutral. A lot of the Six of Cups, you look to your past, it's very happy-go-lucky. You got kids playing with flowers, giving apologies and whatnot. I don't get that here. I get a sense of needing to look and to see the darkness that we came from and to analyze it and understand that we will no longer let that house overpower, right? Light that sucker up and put some light in there and keep a balance. We're not going to, that kind of thing. And not only that, I feel like this person is very much in a way that they've learned more about who they are through the process of the dark. So they truly cannot hate it and cut it out, because it is made and brought them to where they are today, that kind of process. Okay, so on the success card, what do we get? The Lovers. Well, because of this, we may have a successful, loving situation coming about. Obviously, we have, if you're in this kind of energy, you have that in spades to offer someone. So success in a loving partnership is something that can happen here. Now, got to take note that some people in this Sag energy may not have, it may be a vision. We may have, a crush on someone or have someone outside of us that we are pointing in the direction of, but not necessarily in, because there's a portrait there and it's like they're not in reality. There's a person there watching it. So it's almost like we want that for ourselves, but we got to deal with our past first, and all of this darkness that we were in. We really have to kind of process that, make sure that it doesn't get involved. And again, there'll be opportunities for this to connect, but we have to heal first. Now, on top of the belonging, we have the Moon card. Again, I was just talking about that the other day. How does it go? The quote is like, how do you know which wolf to grows or whatever? The one that you feed the most. So if you feed the white wolf with purity and enlightenment and what's the other word there? all the good stuff. And then, that's the wolf that's going to grow. And if you feed the black wolf, which is the devilish energy and all the dark, if you feed that one, then that's going to grow. And I literally just had this conversation. I was saying, like, how do you know if you're truly on the right side or the wrong side? And I'm like, well, that's that instinct. And then again, if you feed into the wrong instinct, that's the dark horse, the dark dog, the dark wolf. And if it's right and virtuous, that's the white horse, the white dog, the white wolf. So this is going to be somewhat of a process for the Sag over the next while. I feel like they may have a love direction that they're heading in or going in that's keeping them on the light or keeping them focused. And it's going to pull them to a degree that they really look at their past and they're seeing the stark differences and they know darn well what's right and wrong. So interesting path. Okay, the native spirit card, we have the Keeper of the West. So I will read that. Yep. Good energy. Because I'm getting right away, the West. I'm getting the West is the best. The sun sets in the West, so it can take all the negative energies. I think that's what they're going to give you. Here, I'll just read it. Jeez. Getting ahead of myself because I get excited about these cards. They have such wild, of course, based on native practices, but such wild stories that it's just like you can't help but respect all of the energy behind it. And then, of course, the beautiful pictures. Okay, Spirit Keeper of the... No, this is Southwest. Okay, so letting go of the old. Initiation, illumination, harvest. Gather your inner resources. If it doesn't feel right, don't go ahead. Trust your heart. Chaos brings positive change. Well, that's interesting because that's kind of my mode. It's like, well, chaos. But anyway, I won't confuse it. Almost all change comes out of turmoil. Don't be concerned if there's confusion in your life. It will all work out. So we may have a lot of chaos going on in our midst to the degree that we don't quite know what's right and wrong. But they're telling you here for this week or this month, trust that that's the harbinger of change, Things will work out. Your native spirit wants you to know in the medicine wheel, the west is the direction that symbolizes the fiery setting sun. Autumn, the waning moon. And we are in autumn here in North America, by the way. I'm up in Canada, so highly, yeah. Anyway, lost my place. Fiery setting sun, autumn, the waning moon, again, time of harvest, and tumultuous years of teenagers in the human cycle. This is interesting. Out of the chaos arises illumination and transformation. In order for the new to ignite in your life, it's necessary to let go of the old. Sweep away the debris. The Spirit Keeper of the West reminds us to slow down our rapid growth. The harvest that we have attained in the autumn leaves are burned to make way for new growth. Release the dross in your life to make way for new growth. So we may be hanging on to negativity to some degree, and it may be something of our, thing that is leaving us in our past. And we may be either hanging on to negativity about it or dealing with negativity and just let it go, that kind of thing. Wow. So this is really transformative for the Sagittarians. Their whole way of life is shifting. Great stuff. Okay. Oh, what do you know? I'm not gonna stay on topic. There's lovers in the air, and the sense here is we're gonna get bound. Now, look at that infinity. I didn't even know there was an infinity symbol in there. You see that? I gotta cover my face for it to focus. I didn't even notice that cloud of infinity. Come on. You're not gonna. Yeah, see that? That ribbon that binds them together. Infinitely bound is what they're wanting to say there. He's got the fire of passion, the wand of passion, and she's got the loving cup of emotions. He's got the lion's share of strength, and she's got the hawk that sees from all angles. And look at the caduceus in the middle. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Saying that we will heal together. Oh, wow. Wow, Sag. This is groovy. And look at they're pointing at the dude, right? She's pointing the arrow. Look at the cherub. He's got his sights set on both of them, or I don't know what he's doing there. It looks like it's gonna hit, is what's going on. There's a lot coming through that card. And she has that moon. They're making me aware of that moon. Highly. Okay, next. Well, so strike we will. This is good because this is all the energy. I've been waiting 3 years for it to hit. And look at her come down again. The infinity symbol. So these could be twins, mates, whatever. It's all love. It don't matter what you call it. It's all high vibe frequency stuff. And when they have that infinite, that tells me that that is going to be something that changes the frequency of the earth. That's what it says to me through my channels. This is what I get. Now, look at them rising the heart. I feel like, the snake is there saying, watch the lust cycle here. We can get out of hand, but, things brewing underneath, really. We have someone here is very much in their lust zone. So, wow. Okay, next. Ooh. Two of Swords, rest and relief. Okay, so the sense here is, again, I was getting through that picture frame quite highly that we may be either separated from this person or not quite connected. Again, there's healing that needs to happen here. I feel that quite highly. So rest and relief is this Two of Swords or Four Swords. Yeah, okay, that makes sense then. Is highly about taking a break in order to recharge. We may have a lot of intense feelings, a lot of rising emotions for a new partner, but we need to rest and relax. One or both of these partners have been in a situation they need to heal in order to move forward. But there's a lot of good groovy stuff here. Okay, next. On the Lovers card in the romance, look at this. Get the this is good. The King of Cups. He is emotionally stable. He's emotionally sound. He is pouring his emotions into one cup. So that speaks to me. This is, out of all the decks I have, this guy speaks the most about loyalties within a relationship. He is going to pour all of his emotions in one direction and very, I don't know, that's not the right word. Yeah, the loyalty is high here with the partner that we're looking at. That's what I'm getting. That the masculine here is going to be loyal, whether it's the Sag or the partner of the Sag. Now, on the Lust card, what do we get? Oop, Three of Cups. Okay. This can be dicey. Now, again, they're showing me that commitment to this partner here. Okay. Now here, this is a man who's going into a brothel getting satisfied and nothing else. So somebody here may have either come from this energy. I feel like once these two get hit, neither one of them are going to be in this frequency. So this may have been where one or the other or both have sat before they met each other. Now we may be in a more single-minded focus going forward. We're going to work highly to be loyal to one partner, where we may have not have done this in the past or not had the emotions to do such, right? Because we're dealing from an emotional sector here that is quite compassionate. And this is anti that. It's like, nope, I'll just take my, how you say, my physical thing and then I'm gone, like I'll just take my tryst and I'm gone. Thank you. Like a transaction. It's not, there's no lingering, there's no strings, there's no nothing. So this may have been where one or both of the partners have been or sat before. Now, on the rest and relief, yeah, there we go. Knight of Cups. So the rest and relief, I feel, is here. Mm. Okay. This Knight of Cups is offering his love towards this direction. Now, again, this is that singles kind of, what do you call that? No strings attached physical altercations. Now, this may have been where someone, now again, this is the knight and this is the king. So the king has learned to be, to not do this. So I feel like this is in the past, okay? But it brought him to this union. This behavior brought him to this union. So at some point here, he was offering love outward to someone he really didn't feel he would have feelings for, but may have developed into a king along the way, okay? Or queen, whatever. You can add to that. That's the sense I'm getting here now. Yeah, needing a rest from this energy in order to truly solidify in his king energy and sit on his throne. And again, I get a very loyal feeling here. And this guy's about just offering. Who's going to take? Can you take? Can I have? Can I? Whatever. And then this is him going in secret. Because this could also denote being secretive, right? Because of the brothel thing. So anyway, on top of the king, okay, this is how they're going forward. We have the Knave of Wands. Now, this is interesting because Knave of Wands is about passion and how we go outward in it. I feel like this couple that is bound together, I feel like they are very passionate about each other, obviously, right? I mean, there's lust and there's like it's all here. And then the wand in the background symbolizing, oh yeah, there's passion. So on the 3 here, which talks about past, we have the 2 of Cups. I feel like this is okay. See, this guy goes in, makes the transaction and out. That's it. Now, what happened here is he may have been in and amongst the scenery, if you will, come across this woman in that kind of atmosphere. But what she offered was different. So it was more loving, more caring, more compassionate. So it built to a degree that where he went from a knight to okay. So anyway, on this page here, we have the Justice card now. Justice is Libra card. It's also about balancing things out. I feel like this man may have had things in the past, trysts in the past, that either he has to pay karma for or he will be paying karma for. May have paid karma for it within this relationship as he went forward. Not too sure here. But somewhere along the road here, we're talking about justice overbearing here, this guy. Now, it may have been just the path. Like we're talking about the page. He's just going out offering his cup to whoever will take. And there's a mask on the floor. It's like, well, if I have to mask myself, I will. But, whatever. I take it as it comes type thing. And the energy flips when he goes in here because he comes out with that partner. And even though he thinks, he or she again, even though they think, well, I'm just going and I'm just getting satisfied, they come across something that brings them to more than just satisfied physically. It brings them to satisfied emotionally. And it's beyond the Ace of Cups of feeling it. They're going out and they're, connecting with it. So there he is on his throne. Okay, let's go one more and see. The Infinity cards, man, they just blow everything up. Okay. On top of the Knave of Wands, again, was the passion that he has for this woman that may have been in and among people that he thought he could just go in and out from. He got stung here highly. We have children. So we may have, now this could go either way. This could go into our area of justice where we may have had trysts in the past that created a child here, okay? And that may be the justification here. We're going to get caught, right? Because we're going on. We may have kind of tripped onto something here we weren't prepared for, a love that we want to go forward with. But because of our dalliances in this area, we may have created a child. Now, this could also be in the new way forward, so we got to be aware of this. Because the sense here is that we have a a great love here for someone, and the energy shifts from this card to that card. It shifts. So it's not just someone we're playing with, it's someone we want to stay with. Okay, now as I get back here, on top of this Two of Cups now, which is switch frequency, we have 52 strike. Now, he may not have been so lucky here because this is where the Justice sits. This woman didn't, he struck out with this woman because there's some kind of thing going on. It may be because he had either a child that come to bear through this relationship. The 9 months didn't work out quite. And I got this in another reading a while back. The 9 months didn't quite fit, that kind of thing. Or it could be a strikeout just because that new person realized what the old person did. He did come up to a king status, so that means he did earn that. Otherwise, it wouldn't be there. But yeah, there's some kind of a strikeout here now on the Justice. Okay, we have self-worth. So it seems like what is hinging here is this person's self-worth. They have to realize they are now a king. And they have all the tools in order to be a king, including the loyalty, which I feel they're more than willing to give. But this children, I don't know where that sits. Again, we may have children with people that we had trysts with, and we may also create it in the new way forward. Now, Libra, again, there's a balancing out here that needs to happen. I feel like that's in and amongst the healing. And the healing, our self-worth. We gotta kind of forgive ourselves for going in that way. We are now a king, so we have to forgive ourselves for being a knight or a page and kind of ruining people's hearts along the way. Okay. Second layer of love cards. On top of the child and on top of the passion. So we may have a passionate play here with someone that creates a child. And again, I don't know if it's in our past or our present. But this card comes over top as feeling down and out. Now, if we have that strike card, it really would suggest we may want to go in a new direction with new energy, and we're in the king. But this child may expose an affair that was out of time, and therefore we feel left out in the cold, or somewhere along the process. We were left out in the cold because of our ways, is the sense I'm getting. This guy's left out. It's just desolate because he's got nothing left because everybody left him, right? He didn't even have the women in the, what do you call that, in the bungalow. They didn't even come around or whatever. So the strike, what happened there? 17, that's about the stars. So the stars is about hope. We may be down and out and feel left out, but there was hope here that we would get better, that things would get better, that things would work out. And I feel like that's what the Sag has invested in. Now, on top of the VIP Justice, I feel like the Justice is saying we have to look at our self-worth here in this scenario. And once that is figured out and we feel better about ourselves through all of this, because it's not so much where we came from, it's where we're going, then the true justice will prevail here. We have 13, which is the Queen of Cups. And that is, that's that energy of giving love outward. So not only if we heal our self-worth, we will be more apt to go outward and share our love, is really the sense I'm getting. And not only do we have that hope in our mind, we may be left out in the cold, but we have that hope in our mind, and we're going to go forward to try and attain that. Now, on top of the 5, we the 5 of Pentacles, about being left out and desolate. We get the 5 of Wands, and that is about struggles and whatnot, fights and arguments. So over this time, I feel like this has to do with striking out in a certain direction. It may have created us to create, or it may have brought us to create havoc in other directions. The sense here is we may have had a situation where we were kind of not loyal or whatever, like sowing seeds all over the place. Okay. Now, the partner that they want to go to either saw through this, or somehow this was brought to the surface and was not allowed. So there's some struggle here and some fight about that in some kind of way, either somebody who on the person who told, or within the area itself, creating the situation we have to deal with. Now on the star, again, the hope that this Sag has for the future, we have the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is stable and sturdy. She's got a little rabbit there. She may be quite active and fertile. So again, children. We may have, yeah, I'm getting a sense this is the new direction forward. We may have had like maybe just one little interlude, and we may be creating a baby over this, and in whatever way. If it's forward, it's good. If it's from the past, may not be so good, meaning that we just it's very quick and we just didn't think that it would work out that way. So the Five of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. This woman is very happy with her pentacle. I'm getting that same overlap, getting an overlap from an old reading. We may have impregnated a woman here that is very happy about the pregnancy, but the partner is not. Okay. On the Queen of Cups, Six of Wands, victory. Now it's interesting to me. We may have victory with the Queen of Cups in our midst here. Someone that helps us gain our self-worth back is the sense I get. But there's a Queen of Pentacles in the midst here. Again, animal card, the tarantula, talking about connections. Well, what do you know? This one was making connections all over. So connections that keep us locked in is really the sense. This tarantula is spinning a web and this woman's just not moving. And the more it spins, the more she's not going to be able to move. So the sense here is we may have some stuff in our past that keeps us from moving forward. Again, we have to deal with our we have to deal with our self-worth. I had a hard time spitting that out. We have to deal balancing that out. We have to make ourselves the most important person in the room, and not in an egoistic kind of way either, but in a way that we can go forward and give love outwards, right? And that will be victorious. So there's something here to do with self-worth. We may have had a baby with someone that we didn't want to have a baby with. We're kind of ashamed of having a baby with this person because we don't their morals and standards are not that great, and that is keeping us locked and holding us back from moving forward because we feel so embittered by it. Actually, I think that's more really what's going on. That just clicked right in there. That's really what's going on. We had someone in our past we had children with, and not that they don't love the children, it's just they don't love that they got caught in a situation where they were kind of succumbed to this person. They didn't realize who they were dealing with. So, wow, Sag, okay, that is your reading. So take care, guys. I'm going to sign off real quick. I will be in to do the earth, hopefully, before this evening. Take care, have fun, and be kind.